All right, we're here with Brandon Hawkins, Mission Labeda sniper. How'd you get started with the snipers?
So a couple years back, I played for Alkali. Summer came around, I didn't have a team to play for, and out of all things, I was half tempted to just text Timmy, see like, hey, do you guys have any openings? And he texts me back. He goes, dude, I was about to text you like 10 minutes from now because we were going to play Midwest Wars at in Detroit.
Okay.
And Timmy gave me a shot, and everything worked out, and I stayed on the team, so it's all worked out.
Like playing with them, you like the guys, the group's a good group.
Yeah,
Timmy,
I've
Greg.
known all the guys forever. I looked up to Greg and known Crazy and all them. I went to Northeastern. Crazy gave me a lot of good insight on picking that school, and it's I've grown up around the guys and watched them play before I played pro, and it's been a lot of fun. I love the group, and they basically keep me around like I'm a little stepbrother that I never wanted. So.
What's it like seeing some of the younger sniper teams back in action? And they've been gone for a little bit, but here they are, 06, 05 AAA champions, and they're playing well. Like,
I love it. I grew up playing against the snipers when I played for Home Care and TMD. It was always Chavo and Patty Schul and some of the old throwbacks, and it was back then. It was what, the Empire Snipers? Yep. And they had the old sweet Superman logo and everything like that. And I think the last team to do it was what, 94s?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so that would have been my last year playing against them. So that would.
Now we got 6 new kids that were born in 2015.
Yeah, that makes me feel old, but
Yep.
no, it's awesome. I love to see the sport growing, and more kids need to play, and seeing more snipers kids come around, it just means that in the end, our pro team is just going to keep getting better and better.
So tell us how you started playing hockey. What was the first time you picked up a stick? Who gave it to you? Who'd you watch? How'd you get started?
So growing up, my dad ran Joe Dumars Fieldhouse back 1994 through 2003-4 era, and I played roller hockey first. I started playing ice hockey like a couple years after I played roller hockey. Who'd I look up to? Well, obviously my dad. He was this playmaker, but he was also kind of a tough guy. And I kind of went the opposite direction. One of the guys I looked up to was Matt Koleski, who passed away in the recent weeks. So Matty kind of taught me and molded me and helped me a lot with my development. And I grew into an offensive player and basically took everything what he said to heart and try to make myself better on each given day.
So speaking of Matty and guys like that who help propel the sport, talk about the importance of like people giving back to the community and how a couple words or a couple caring for just a little portion of time could help propel someone down the line.
Oh, 100%. It's like you coaching the 06 kids. Guess what? Those 6-year-olds are going to remember you for their entire life.
Yep.
You were good to them. They're always going to remember you. Matty was good to me. There's no way I could ever repay him. Little text here or there. I'm playing professional hockey. Hey, you had a great game. This is something you could have done a little different. I'm playing pro ice hockey. He's still giving me tips. I'm still learning different things on a different day. So, and all in all, he was a second father figure and a mentor that really helped me excel. And my dad was really good with the vision aspect of the game and the passing ability. And Matty brought together the scoring and the where to shoot and how to shoot it and different things like that.
Awesome. Tell us about the ECHL and playing that, and even in college, Northeastern. Tell us about all.
So played at Northeastern with a friend of the podcast being Patty Schul. We had a great time. I loved it there. I only got to play a couple years there because I transferred from Bowling Green. All in all, we had a great team, and we went to 2 bean pots. We won 2 bean pots, and then we won a Hockey East championship. We went to the NCAA tournament twice. But no, it was a blast. I loved every second of it. Being a transfer, you never know how it's going to work out, right? So showing up, they really welcomed me in like I was part of the family, and I took advantage of it and just played my game, and they welcomed me in even more.
And that turned out to you won an ECHL championship this year. Talk about that.
Yep. So COVID year, which was really weird. I originally signed with Toledo. Toledo opted out. Fort Wayne called me within 30 minutes. Was like, hey, we have a spot if you need it. I'm like, I'm all over it. It's not going to be a year where you're playing for money because of COVID. So it's like, take advantage and just have as much fun as you can while you can. And I ended up having the best year I've had in my career in probably 5-6 years.
Pretty funny how it works out, right? Like we went there with State Wars last year, played games there, and then you won a championship there.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like all works out sometimes.
Yeah, it's wild. And then I played against my teammate there, Sean Sadlowski, who played with the Rink Rat team, and we ended up winning a championship together. So it was pretty cool that it all worked out that way. And there's a couple guys here that I played against, and I actually played against Charlie Combs' team, the Wichita Thunder, in playoffs. So it's funny to see him there. It's like roller hockey is just a bunch of ice hockey people sprinkled about, right? That's how it ends up working.
Just talk about the, how roller hockey can help your game. How starting in roller definitely is cheaper and can push you towards ice. But what qualities of roller helps your ice game at a high level?
So my least favorite thing in the world is an ice hockey coach telling people roller hockey ruins your ice hockey game, because it's flat out not true. If you look at the NHL, some of the best players in the NHL have played roller hockey. Pat Maroon, Patrick Kane, Sam Gagne, like you can go on and on and on. And like look at the new guy, Connor Bedard. You have Connor McDavid played. So if you go down the line, roller hockey excels in really showing you how to play the game and play at your pace. You can slow a game down, you can show your vision, you can show your offensive talent. If you're in a defensive game, you have to be able to hold on to the puck and control it, play keep away. If you're in an offensive game, you have to beat guys one-on-one and score when you can. So it's all about it. In the end, it really helps your ice hockey game excel because it breaks down each piece. Yeah, is the skating different? It's different. But if you're working hard and you're not lazy, the skating's not different. So ice hockey coaches can, like, in the end, like, you don't understand what you're talking about. So come hang out at a roller hockey tournament once and we'll show you what it's all about.
Listen, a 2-on-1, a 3-on-2, a 1-on-1, they're all the same thing. The neutral zone transitions, it's all the same. So edges are different, pucks different, there's different rules, but all those things can transfer over.
Exactly. Back in the day, and it was Walt and Eddie and all the originals, and to see Chad Siebel come back, like they're all lifelong friends, and it's something I'll cherish forever and something I'll never stop doing.
Yeah, mentors and everything. But tell us about like lifelong friends and the community. And then you already kind of touched on how you see them at ice hockey and stuff. So just talk about the community.
So the roller community itself.
Yeah.
So it's a big family.
Yeah.
Like I people laugh, but like I come back to see my friends and then play a little hockey. That's how it works out. It's how most of the pro guys work. Like I've known John Chavo since we were 5-6 years old when he played goalie for the Tour Smoke back in the day.
Yep.
I played for Tour Venom. Like I still have a picture of me going wide and scoring on him. He's playing goalie. I'm like, so it's like wild stuff. So I come back for that. My dad instilled to me that like the people that have taken care of you at a young age are going to be lifelong friends, and you better understand how that those relationships mean everything. So to come back every year and see everybody, that's why I keep doing this. No one understands it. Like I try to explain it to my fiance who not really played roller hockey. I brought her to her first tournament in California. She's an Olympic gold medalist, mind you. So she understands ice hockey, and she watches her first roller hockey game, and she goes, "That's actually how we beat Canada. You guys hold on to the puck, you control it, you go back." I'm like, why have I tried to get you to play for so long? Why do like? And then she sees me interact with everybody around, from little kids to people I've known, like Rob Cherneman for 20 years. So it's wild to come back. And I mean, I started with Tour back in the day, and it was Walt and Eddie and all the originals, and to see Chad Siebel come back, like they're all lifelong friends, and it's something I'll cherish forever and something I'll never stop doing.
Yeah, it seems like guys, even if they take it, like even myself, you take breaks and then you come back to it, and they can't stay away too long.
Yep.
So it's a great, that's a great aspect of the game. What's your favorite arena to play at?
In roller?
Yeah.
Well, it's gone. So Joe Dumars Fieldhouse. So Dumars was probably my favorite. If I go to a second favorite, I always loved playing in Florida.
Yeah.
When we go to play at, it was Tico, it was Germain, now it's Hertz. I liked it better when it was Tico. But, I mean, to go down there, that's always been a blast to me. That's like the Mecca. That's where everything big happens.
Where's your favorite place to play ice hockey?
Ooh. Probably in the past. So we got to play at TD Garden for the Beanpot and played in front of close to 22,000 people. I'd have to say it was TD Garden. And
What's that like playing in front of 20,000 people?
Oh, it was nuts, and especially because that's a little rink too. So it's a good forechecking rink. So if you score, everybody's on top of you, and it was wild. It was a wild experience, and we won, so everything worked out for me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, What's a after party after winning a bean pot like?
Probably 10. Yeah, we had a little bar on campus called Punter's Pub, and you couldn't move 2 feet without running into somebody. It had to be over 1,000 people back there, along with our coaches and everybody. It was wild.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's it like seeing a guy like Pat Maroon go for the 3-peat, a roller guy, home care,
Yep.
sniper, tour blast, everything?
Oh, it's awesome. I love to see it. He's a great guy, and he deserves all the success he had. And he's worked his butt off for every second of it. Like, you can see he had some trouble at the beginning of his career and worked through it and showed everybody like don't get down on me because I'm going to prove you wrong. And that's the best thing I've seen about Pat is his perseverance and everything. No matter what anybody's put in front of him, he's succeeded with it. And that's just who he is and what kind of person he is. There's no negative bone in his body. Everything's positive. He's smiling all the time. He cares and he wants to win. But guess what? He's going to pick you up before he puts you down no matter where he goes.
It's a great lesson for kids, right? Like sometimes you don't know where you're going to be. Sometimes it looks bleak.
Yep.
No matter what it is you're doing, not just hockey, keep grinding, keep having fun,
Yep.
and good things will happen.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm going to cut this. Greg Thompson.
Legend.
Nathan Sigmund.
Mr. Wiggles.
Kyle Kramer.
Crazy.
Tommy Bruce.
Double deuce.
Tim McManus.
Cargo shorts.
All right, just give us I'm Brandon Hawkins, and you're watching Wheel Talk Hockey.
I'm Brandon Hawkins, and we're watching Wheel Talk Hockey.